don't feel like you have to work with everyone.
Brands are like kind of against that now. Like,
I'm always like spiraling about this. You know, basically my journey started December of 2019, I think it was, and I had been contacted by a photographer couple, and they wanted to do a downtown city shoot with me, and they told me like the vibes, and I was like, yeah, sure, like I would love to do that. And it was like a coffee shop vibe, and we went like kind of walking around. So I had like a beret and like red lipstick, like that kind of thing, you
Very
know?
French based,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
So I did it, and it was really great, and they were super nice, and like the pictures were so good. Still some of my like, honestly,
Really?
one of my best photos.
Do you have that photo? Can I throw it up? Because I feel like I've
yeah,
seen that
I could send it to you.
right here.
Yeah,
Check it out.
I'll send it to you.
Sick.
And shout out to Aaron and Kat. That's the couple that shot it. They're super nice and talented people. Unfortunately, they don't live in Houston anymore. They moved to Seattle. So
Oh, well,
that's the only time I got to work with them. But that was kind of like, it was kind of random. I was a content creator. I started doing social media and content creation when I was, well, more seriously when I was like 13.
Nice.
So I was making like kind of, 13-year-old videos, whatever. But I was so consistent and so like serious. I've always been like very entrepreneurial, business-minded.
Passion-driven.
Yeah, passion-driven, career-driven for sure.
Nice.
So I've been doing this for like a long time, but modeling never really was officially a thing that I fully went into until like 2020, which is like pandemic times, of course. So it was kind of a weird thing, but I did still do some modeling like one-on-one throughout 2020.
Interesting. Do you think that, sorry to cut you off, but do you think
okay.
that that kind of during 2020, obviously you'd mentioned doing content creation from a younger age, which I love that we kind of all were. Like it was just like it was like out of nowhere we just wanted to start doing this, which is great. That's how you realize it's your passion. But do you think that especially during 2020 and getting into modeling, you kind of use that as a stepping stone to eventually get like do you necessarily want modeling to be like your full thing, or are you like doing this helps my overall what I'm trying to get to? It's fun, and the exposure's there, and you know the craft.
Yeah.
Whether it be behind the scenes or in front of the camera. Do you kind of use it as a stepping stone, or have considered just having it feed into like other things you're working on?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, very, very deep
Good
question
question.
here.
It's this
Dirty
so
chai.
it's the
dirty chai.
Yeah. So modeling actually, like, again, I've always been interested in it. I've done like photo shoots throughout the years, but again, never really took it seriously or thought it was something that I really was super passionate about or really could do. And then kind of after that shoot, I got reached out again about doing a shoot, and I got paid for the first time.
Whoa.
And I was like, it was like $75, which was like, that's
insane. That's like a whole main event trip as a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was I think 15 or 16 when that happened, and it was like a bridal theme shoot with butterflies. And like, if you don't know, I really love butterflies. It's like kind of in a way part of my brand. I have a butterfly tattoo and everything, so it's kind of a
gnarly. Where is it?
It's here. I can't show it, but it's like under my armpit, kind of.
I asked that because I had him show his tattoo.
Oh, I mean, episode. I have one on my finger here.
Oh, I love the song.
And then, yeah, you can.
Y'all can't see that.
My chipped off nail. Angel wings here.
All right, hold up.
And then now we're doing a tattoo tour.
So this is also a photo shoot, technically.
And then I have this one here, and it says, "Is this real?" And then I have the butterfly, and so I have 4 tattoos.
Sick.
Fun little fact.
I actually didn't. No, I think because I've edited your photos. Like I know you had tattoos. I just forget. I think.
Yeah, I know. And they're small, so it's not like anything like.
But
super
they're badass nonetheless.
Have you ever had a photographer like Photoshop your tattoos out on accident?
Actually, no.
No,
not
okay,
yet.
okay.
Not yet.
Right.
Because the angel wings are new, but the other ones I've had for a while, but not yet. It hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But I have had makeup over this one though, and I didn't have.
Interesting.
Because it was for a Chi campaign, and they're kind of like strict sometimes.
Yeah.
No. Chi, I'm very aware. I think I told you this. Do you know Nor by any chance?
Nor last name? You don't know the last name?
Shami.
I don't-
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Wait,
She texted me after the crash. That's the granddaughter of the person that owns Chi.
I think
founder
I
of
do.
Chi.
I recognize that name.
Yeah.
I can't say if I've met her or not, but I recognize that name for sure.
She's really cool.
But I know we got so off topic with the tattoos.
Sorry.
But okay, no, it's okay.
Back to
the deep question here. So anyways, yeah, I just started modeling, just kind of like took off, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Like not just like immediately just but it took time, but I was
Yeah.
consistent and did a lot of like free work. I learned a lot of who not to work with and what worked, what didn't. And
Nice.
one thing I will just pop in and say right now is don't feel like you have to work with everyone. Just because you need content or just because you want to get exposure. I've worked with a lot of photographers that like their pictures, they're not usable now, or I wouldn't use them now to show
Yeah.
my work. And then I'm just like, one time maybe to try and work with them is like okay, but like you don't have to be
Yeah.
so, I don't know,
Like I say yes to everything.
yeah.
So like this brings up a question I had on the doc, which was like, do you think it's important to build your style, like the style you want to go for from the start? Because I know, like you said, saying yes to a lot of photographers have all sorts of different
Yeah.
types of styles and can like, if you want to build an image for yourself or a brand, you don't want to like be seen like, I don't know, doing like a super dramatic type
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
look and then a super soft. Like,
Yeah.
which one are you picking?
Yeah.
So do you think it's important to, be cautious of that from the
Yeah.
start, or is it good to experiment first and then figure it out? Like, what was your process to finding your style as a model, or do models even
Yeah.
have style?
Okay, that's also a really good question. Well, I'll give you an official answer to yours,
Okay.
and that is modeling, modeling is a stepping stone for content creation,
Yeah.
but it can kind of be flipped either way. So
Mhm.
content creation can be a stepping stone to modeling, and modeling can also be a stepping stone to content creation.
Yeah.
So they can both kind of intertwine with each other, but now modeling has kind of been more of a priority over content creation. Like
Yeah.
that's definitely something I do want to take seriously, and I
Yeah.
really want to get actual like working with brands and stuff like that. And I was in Ulta stores last
yeah.
year. I think I was there for like a year. I don't know. I don't think it's still there, but they did change out the photo, so there might be some stores that have me in there. And I was blonde at the time, so if you see that, I was
feel
blonde.
like every
Blonde
month,
cam.
like I look at
Yeah.
and you got like different hair.
Yeah, I know.
It's awesome.
Well, I'm getting my hair redone, but same
Oh,
color. Same
okay,
color. We're
okay.
just going red again, but it's gonna be fresh tomorrow with Chi again. So,
Hell yeah.
so yes, it is a stepping stone, but my intention is to have a full-on career with
Nice.
modeling.
Oh, good.
And now going to yours,
Hell
I
yeah.
want to make sure I answer
Yeah, no,
questions
this is great.
for sure.
This is good.
So, building your style. When I think about my style, there's a few words that I can say come to mind, but I'm always like spiraling about this because it's so hard. Like,
It is.
I feel like, a few years back or back in the day of, Instagram, you needed to have your like aesthetic feed, your curated
Yeah.
feed, your certain colors or filters or whatever, but now that's kind of gone.
Yeah.
Like, people don't really want that anymore, but you also feel like most content creators feel like they still have to somewhat have a theme
Yeah.
or some type of style, like a designated style.
Aesthetic or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I-
have
I've-
to have an aesthetic.
And I've noticed like working with brands, they are like kind of against that now. Like
Yeah.
people hate like a perfect feed or like a one single. Like
Yeah.
they love a diverse
Yeah.
that you can do a lot of things
Which
and
is- yeah.
show that being shown on your Instagram is like
I have noticed
people
that
love.
too.
And I think it's good because I think they've realized, kind of before they wanted a high level of professionalism and consistency within people's work on their Instagram. Let's say they reach out and they want you to shoot. They want it, everything. You have a very distinct style and it's not going to change. But I think they really just are starting to understand the minds of creators and realize that this is an ever-changing process.
Yeah.
As we're growing as people, what we see and whatever form of content we're making will change. We will forever grow
Yeah.
our perception of the entire thing. So
we're kind of going back to like casual Instagram, which I
Yeah.
love.
oh
like,
my god, yes.
it's like it's making it more fun to use the app
Uh-huh.
versus
Yeah.
like trying to keep up with people and like trying to have a
Yeah.
perfect look, which is like so annoying. It can
'Cause
get very
everybody
annoying
knows,
very
like,
fast.
yeah, not everything's
just
perfect,
people,
and
like-
we're always changing, man.
Mhm.
And if you're not, then like, I don't know, maybe try
Keep
and
up.
maybe try and change. I
get
don't
with
know.
the program.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it because I really love authenticity. That's always been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I've always been very transparent about like mental health or things that
Yeah.
I'm going through because I always felt like we were missing that
Yeah.
online. At least like whenever I was like a teenager, I struggled a
100%.
lot, and I used to post like honestly too much because I was like a YouTuber before
Hell yeah.
anything. So I was always on YouTube like editing videos, making videos, like all this stuff, and I would post videos of me like crying or talking about really deep stuff or making these little edits or
Just like freaking
whatever.
out.
Yeah, just freaking out on just freaking out on YouTube, you know. I mean, I was going through a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff,
know.
but I just now looking back, it's like I can definitely see how that's like concerning to people that were concerned about me. It's kind of alarming, and I would get made fun of for it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it was like taboo back then, but
yeah,
now it's like
now it's more
normalized.
accepted.
Yeah.
But I also do try to be careful. Like I want to be authentic, and well, I mean I am authentic, but
Yeah.
like when it comes to more personal stuff, I
Mhm.
do try to have a little boundary there
Yeah.
because you don't want to do too much.
share everything. You don't have to
But-
share
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Because what I notice is like, and I think I had talked to you about this before. I've
Mhm.
seen you have started a personal account
Yeah.
as well as your main account, I
Yeah.
guess, used for networking or your portfolio or whatever.
Mhm.
And do you feel? Because obviously you feel then at that point that it is important to represent yourself
Mhm.
authentically on social media. Do you think there is a difference between portraying yourself authentically or putting forth a version of yourself
Mhm.
that you would like to portray? So